You guys, I am a woman of my word. So I'm here to talk to you guys about The Sims 4 High School. What a fucking flop. What a fucking flop. Here is the thing. We'll start with the trailer. So the trailer came out for The Sims 4 High School. Everyone was hyped. Everyone was excited but me. And you can check my Carfax. When The Sims 4 High School Days, whatever it's called, trailer came out, I said I like the beat. I like the beat. Because here is the thing. The Sims 4 trailers are clickbait. The Sims 4 trailer are clickbait. They are false advertisement. And I don't know how you guys have not caught on to that by now. The Sims 4 has been doing this forever. The Sims 4 is going to give you a trailer showing you Sims doing things that Sims cannot do. They're going to show you a trailer of Sims doing things that Sims have never been able to do. They're going to show Sims having interactions, walking around, touching things, opening things, doing that the Sims 4 cannot do. Like Sims 4 Sims cannot do certain things in this game. They are just not programmed to do certain things in this game. So when trailers come out and we are seeing Sims be lively, act like characters in a simulation, I'm just like, you're not going to fool me. You are not going to fool me. I know that this game is not going to work in that way. So when we get this trailer and we see these Sims acting with so much character, they're so lively, they're in high school, they're roaming around, there's Sims everywhere. I'm just like, you got this. I'm not a silly bitch. I'm not a silly bitch. Like this could have worked on me 3 years ago. 3 years ago, this could have worked on me. Maybe I will believe this is how this high school pack is going to work. But me today know that The Sims 4 is just not that lively. The Sims 4 is just an empty, shallow game. Like it is just not this lively. But y'all went up for it, and I felt bad. I felt bad for how excited y'all were. I felt bad for how excited y'all were because I knew one of two things was going to happen. Either one, y'all were going to hate it and see it didn't live up to your excitement, or two, you were going to like it because you wanted to like it, but not because it was actually good. Like I just knew that's what happens with every single pack. For example, I like Eco Lifestyle, but I don't like Eco Lifestyle necessarily because it's a great pack. I found things to love about it, so it's good. That's what most people like about most packs in this game. Like you find things to like about it and it becomes your thing. So when y'all got all excited and y'all was doing all y'all carrying on, I'm like, I feel bad for you, but I had the best of hopes. I had the highest of hopes for you guys. I don't buy Sims 4 packs full price because fool me once, fool me twice, like I'm an idiot. So like, I don't buy packs full price. So I was just like, whatever, we'll see what's going on. But I knew The Sims 4 cannot do certain things. And that's kind of like where we can start right here. If you take Dine Out, if you take the wedding pack, if you take this pack, if you take Dream Home Decorator, there is something that all of these packs have in common. When it comes to interacting with community, when it comes to interacting with other Sims, Sims acting like they have intelligence, Sims having their own agency, their own thinking, this game can't do that. This game cannot do that. And these packs cannot make up for where The Sims 4 at a fundamental level lacks. That is why I don't get excited for the packs. The Sims 4 as a game, without any of the packs, The Sims 4 as a game has issues. And it has issues that cannot be fixed unless we get an entirely different game. Therefore, you cannot just keep adding packs on it, adding packs on it, adding packs on it, and expecting The Sims 4 to be a totally different game. And that's what y'all go into these packs expecting. Y'all go into these packs expecting a totally different game. Like what about that trailer do you look at and say, ooh, my Sims do something like that now? It doesn't happen. So why do you think when you put this game into your computer, it's all of a sudden going to start doing that? They don't do that. They just simply do not do that. The Sims only act differently when you add CC, when you add all types of mods, because someone has come into the game and changed the coding of the Sims. Sims. And the Sims 4 team is not going to do that. So no part of me ever thought this game was going to give more than what it already gave, because the Sims 4 cannot do certain things. They cannot go into a high school and act like this is just a normal little game where people are in high school and people are having fun and people are joking and people are this, have emotions. Oh my gosh, career day. Like, it's never going to happen. It's never. If you take nothing from this because you're tired of me being negative, leave with this. The Sims 4 is never going to have Sims that act like real people. They are never going to have Sims that are lively, that are like jovial. The traits are never going to matter. The stuff is never going to matter. You're like, none of it's ever going to matter. It's never. You can add likes and dislikes. You can add pronouns. You can add all types of things. You can add moodlets. You can add. It's never going to matter. It's never going to matter because the Sims do not work that way in this game. So anyways, I already had low expectations of the game, but then we got our EA Game Changers. Our EA Game Changers got the pack about 2 weeks early. Well, they posted their videos about 2 weeks early, and that's where I want to start. What is the point of EA Game Changer reviews? And I don't mean that in a nasty way toward the content creators, because the content creators are putting out perfectly good content. I mean that more so on the EA side. It's all about just creating buzz, because if you're someone who already plays the game, that review does nothing for you. And there are two reasons why that is. Number one, first reason, if you get the game and you don't get to use any other packs, so you're just using the thing that's coming out and the base game, what does that prove? Hardly anyone is just playing with the game and the base game. And we know the big issue with The Sims 4 is that when you take the new pack and you take the old shit and you put it together, none of it works. None of it works. That's the issue, is that there's too much shit that is broken, that when it all comes together, it does not work. So if the EA Game Changers are just getting the pack that's coming out plus the base game, what is that proving to me? What is that proving? It's not proving anything, because once I put it into my game that already has broke Dine Out, broke Dream Home Decorator, broke Eco Lifestyle, broke this, broke that, broke what would that do for me? It wouldn't prove anything, because my problem is that things are already broken. And how will this interact with my already broken game? It just simply does not make any sense. So that's the one reason why like the review means nothing, because it's in a game that's just the base game. And then two, it don't make no sense when you start off something. If someone gives you something and they're like, by the way, this might not work. What does it mean when it don't work? What does it mean? If you give me something and say, hey, this isn't the final thing I'm going to give you, so like, don't look too much into it, then what am I supposed to take from that? If someone gives me a gift and they're like, don't worry, I'm going to give you another gift tomorrow too, I don't get to fully judge the thing that they gave me, because they're saying there's something else that might be on the way. So I'm waiting for the full package. That's what they do, and that's why these reviews don't make sense. If there is a disclaimer going up that this is not the final product, how am I supposed to judge the product that I'm getting? Because all you have to say is, hey, but once you get it, it's going to be totally different. We'll fix this, we'll fix that, we'll fix this, we'll fix that. So like, when do we get the final, when do we actually get a review on the final product? So you're asking me to buy something that I have not seen the final product for. And they say this up until the final time it comes out. They say this up until the end. They say this in the live stream, like, ooh, we're going to fix this. We're going to fix it. So it's like, there's no room for judgment. And they do that intentionally. They do that intentionally because when you're watching the EA Game Changers reviews and you see stuff is shitty and you see stuff is broke down, because how is shit broke in a pack that is only using the base game? That's what's crazy. The shit be broke in the EA Game Changers stuff and they only use in base game. So imagine when it goes in my game. Imagine when it goes in my game. It don't make no sense. But when you're already saying, hey, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, it leaves no room for me to have real critique, because you're telling me that this is not the final game, but I'm meeting you halfway because now I'm going to critique that you're saying we can't have critique, that y'all need to start sending out finished games. Y'all need to start sending out finished games, and it needs to be inside of these people, the reviewers, the EA Game Changers. They need to be able to play this inside of the packs. What you should be doing is sending them a full game. Send them the new pack and send them the new pack with every single other pack. Every possible pack that can be in this game, that's what you should be sending them. You should be sending them the new pack, and you should be sending them that new pack with every single expansion game stuff and kit inside of it, and then seeing if it works. That would be a fair review, but that's not what the point of this is. The point of those reviews is to get the buzz out, and that has nothing to do with the EA Game Changers. The EA Game Changers are just doing their job. It's on EA. EA wants you to just buzz up some steam, have people talk about it, and that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to watch this to get, ooh, should I buy? I know the shit coming out. The point is, do it work? I'm watching this to see if it works, and that's not what you get from the EA Game Changer reviews, and that's why I believe the EA Game Changer reviews of this pack are just solid to good. Like, everyone is like, it's pretty solid of a pack, but then when people who actually pay for the pack, people get the full pack and they put it in a full game, it's broke. It's broke, and that's why I say, of course it is, because the EA Game Changers are getting a half-done prop thing, and then it's not in their real game. So it's not doing anything. But let's get on patches, because that's what they do. Then when they say this is not the completed thing, they are saying they're going to give us a patch. I'm sick of patches. I'm sick of patches. I'm sick of patches, and not just in The Sims 4. I'm sick of patches in every single game, because it's letting people off the hook for putting out shit that is not done. That is not done. But what makes The Sims 4 so fucking nasty, this is what The Sims 4 do. The Sims 4 thinks that we are idiots, but I'm about to call it a play right now. I'm about to clock it right now. This is what The Sims 4 does. The Sims 4 puts out something that's broke as hell. Broke as hell. Broke as hell. And then they'll be like, but there's a patch. But there's a patch. You get the patch, and the patch fixes some things. It might fix a lot of things, but shit is still broke. You still pay whatever amount of money for some shit that's still broke. Everything that's advertised, we are not getting, right? So, we've been scammed. And then they might give you a second patch. They might give you a second patch. And then they are going to throw a kit at you or a stuff pack to change the narrative. That is what they do. Once they decide they are no longer caring about fixing a pack, they throw a stuff pack at you or a kit at you and tell you to shut the hell up. That is what they do to end all talk. And so now all the people that review Sim stuff, now they have something else to review, something else to either complain about or love. And the thing that's broke, the thing we got scammed about, no one talks about it anymore. This has happened so many times. Die Now, Dream Home Decorator is the biggest one. They put out Dream Home Decorator broke as hell and said, fuck the noise, they did not care. They left Dream Home Decorator there to die. That shit do not work, and they do not care. And so that's what they do. They put out a patch for the shit that's broke, then they might give you another one, and then you'll never hear about it again. And then anyone who does be like, hey, can I get the Dream Home Decorator I paid $20 for a fix? No, we're on werewolves. We're talking about werewolves. We're talking about this. And it's like, but my shit don't work. Eco lifestyle still don't fucking work. There's still stuff in eco lifestyle that don't fucking work. And every now and then they'll do a big patch and they might fix one or two things here, but ignore the fact that there's a huge thing not working. You still can't eat. And it's big things. And Get Famous. Notice how all these things are kind of the same. Like I said, The Sims at a root level is an issue. When you take in Get Famous, how no one sits for the award ceremony, the wedding thing that don't work, the stuff people are saying that don't work in high school, the stuff that don't work in Dream Home Decorator, it's all kind of the same. It's all Sims just not doing what they are expected to do in certain instances, you can't fix that. You just simply can't fix that. You need a new game. You need some new wires. That's the issue. But yeah, the patch shit be killing me. The patch, because I'm just High school is getting ate up. They're going to come up with a patch. They're going to come up with another patch. And then they're going to act like this never existed. They're going to throw a kid at you and tell you to go about your merry way. That's what they're going to do because that's what they always do. But let's get into the pack. Let's get into the pack. Let's just start off with, I've watched people play it on stream. I've watched people play it on YouTube. I've watched people reviews on it. And let me tell you what pissed me off rip. The way that, first of all, some people are saying how good the town looks. They're like, it's so big. I'm done giving The Sims 4 credit for giving us a bunch of lots. Like, I'm done. Like, how do lots look? How do lots look? What's on the lot? It looks like every other lot. It looks like every other town. When I go into somebody's stream, I don't even know where they playing at, if they playing the kid. I'm like, is this the wedding one? Like, what is this? It looks the same. I'm not about to sit up here and act like it's giving the Snowy Escape town. It's not. It looks the same. It looks the same. It looks the same like every other fucking lot. Like, be serious. It don't look that different. But let's get on what's on the lights. That high school sucks. That high school sucks. Because what's wrong with the high school? What's wrong? And if an EA Game Changer or something built the high school, no shade. I know it's not your fault. It's EA's. The high school, it's too big for what we know The Sims can do. It's like everything is like spread out in all different areas, but there's only 10 people in that bitch at most. Like, if you're gonna have this big old area, why then put a bunch of Sims in there? But they're never gonna put a bunch of Sims in it. So it's like, what is the point of this shit being so fucking massive? And then what can you use that is massive? That big ass football field that you can't do nothing but do a little cheer on, do a little cheer, play a little football and a little bit. Y'all, there's the big ass field, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, that'd be so cute, that'd be so amazing. You can barely use it. Which makes it pointless. And that's what we learned from, university. The biggest problem with university, even though university is a solid pack, the biggest problem with university is you have these two big colleges and nobody's on them. There's nothing to do on them. And it's just like, this is a waste of space. And so you have time to fix that and do something better on this one, and you just don't. You just don't do anything better. You make it worse. Because when I'm watching people play this on stream, there is nothing to do in that high school. There is nothing to do in that high school. You want to prank a locker? Do you want to prank a locker? And what's worse is when the Sims are like actually in class. When the Sims are in class, they can do nothing. They just sit there. And the thing is, I'm boo-boo to fool myself because I actually thought we might get something there. Like, I thought you could interact in the classroom, talk to people in the classroom, maybe flirt a little bit, maybe do a little this. No. And then the stuff you can do in the classroom, the audience is saying it's not working. The audience is saying try again. Like, the audience is saying they don't see it. So, like, what are we doing? Like, that's the thing. At least with something like university, they knew themselves. I'm gonna give them credit on university because they knew what they couldn't do. They made everything a rabbit hole. They like, we don't know how to make things like give y'all stuff to do in the classroom. We don't know how to give y'all something to do on the soccer field, how to do this, so guess what? We don't know nothing about no damn graduation. So guess what? We're gonna make it all rabbit holes. We're just gonna give you a bunch of options of rabbit holes, okay? And let y'all do what y'all do with that. And we took it because like university can be fun, but on this they outkicked their coverage because they thought to themselves, oh, we're gonna let them go in the school, we're gonna make this different, but like they didn't realize what they can't do. So like they did this and there's nothing to do inside of it. Everyone is saying that this is the weakest gameplay that has been in an expansion pack in a long time. The fuck? What in the hell? How is something called high school years the weakest gameplay that we have gotten in The Sims in a long time? That doesn't make any sense. That high school is so useless. I know if I were to ever get this game, I would have to make the high school smaller. So if 10 people on a goddamn lot, at least it feels like it's a little bit more, but that doesn't make any sense. And then nothing affects anything else. So you have something like career day. So you put career day in the game and you would think, okay, doing career day can now help set up me going into high school, then me figuring out my career. It don't. We have teachers, but we don't have the teacher career, like an actual like teacher career that you can go into. That don't make no sense. That like it's just small details that The Sims 4 just lacks on. And less than detail, it's depth. It's adding depth. If there's teachers at school, teachers should be a playable career. If there's career day should help lead into me finding my career. People are saying the most fleshed out thing about this pack is the thrift store, and that's what The Sims 4 do that make them so fucking raggedy. Why are you making the most fleshed out thing you have the thrift store? That's what they do. They find something that is so stupid and it's so dumb, but they can make happen, and they put all their attention into that, and they're just like, we're not gonna do anything else there. And the thing is, if you're gonna do that, at least make it work. At least when the packs was shitty in the beginning of The Sims 4, at least they worked. At least they was shitty and worked. Like at the bare minimum, I could do everything that was in there, but since like it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And The Sims 4 does not care. Who the fuck gives a fuck about thrifting? Who the fuck gives a fuck about thrifting? And this is the worst because so many people were excited about it. This looked like instant gameplay. Like something like this looks like instant gameplay. And the thing that draws you in, the high school, people are saying the prom is real. There's nothing to do here. It's giving there's nothing to do here. Like, but once again, what's the same with the prom, the weddings, the dine out, the award ceremonies, it's all the same. When you have Sims that have to come together and all interact with one another, Dream Home Decorator, interact with one another and feed off they can't do it. They can't do it. They cannot do it no matter how hard you try, because The Sims 4 just is not able to do that. And then that brings us into the final step. What we do have is broke. What we do have is broke. So the gameplay is like, and by the way, I think Cass sucks. I think Cass sucks. People are saying they like Cass. I don't. I think it sucks. I think the textures are bad. I think the hair is bad. I think it's blotchy. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's 2022 and I shouldn't be saying this about fucking graphics. Like on a computer game. Like, no, I think it sucks. I think Cass sucks. Build is good. I'll give Build something. I think Build is pretty cute. I like the beds that they have for the teens. Like, that's fun. That's the thing. Like, I can take aspects of this game and put it into the game that I already played to be fun, but for $40, it's just not realistic. But what we did get is broke. When does it become ridiculous that we're selling broke games? When does it become ridiculous that we're selling broke games? Does it ever? Like, it's just ridiculous. And I know people be like, oh my gosh, like, this should be the thing that should end The Sims 4. This should be the thing that should end The Sims 4. It won't be. Because what did I tell you they're going to do? They're going to throw a kid at you. They're going to throw a stuff pack at you. And then people will forget. It should have been the end in Dream Home Decorator. People were so excited for Dream Home Decorator. Like, it was just such a specific game pack that a lot of people could have had fun with, but it don't work. Dino don't work. Stuff just don't work. But guess what? You have werewolves. Like, it's just... And the packs that do work come and go. Werewolves came and went. Cottage living came and went. Like, the stuff come and go. It come and go, and there's no fixes. There's no transparency. There's no, we're gonna do better. No, it's just all about the money. It's all about scamming the kids. And then now the CC creators got more work to do to try to make y'all stuff work. What about the people who don't want to sit there and download CC all damn day? I'm unemployed as hell. I can sit on my computer and download CC all damn day. But what about the people who don't? What about the people after a long day of work, they want to kick off their shoes, take off their wig, turn on the Sims 4 and just play? What about those girls? When do they get their day? It don't happen. I'm just sick of it. It's ridiculous. It's gutter butt. It's nasty. Anyways, that's the end of this one. So I would recommend you not buy The Sims 4 high school unless you want to get scammed. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.